Hello and welcome back to another video. Today, we take a look at the Rocket Appartamento, a natural progression for those of you looking to dip your toes into the world of prosumer espresso machines, or simply looking to take a step up from an appliance level unit such as a Breville. In this video, we'll take an in-depth look at the Rocket Appartamento, see how it differs from appliance level machines, and discover whether it's the right time for you to make the upgrade. The video will be split into the following segments. The Rocket Appartamento sits right at the entry-level position of Rocket's renowned and notoriously stylish espresso machine lineup. It packs in many of the same components found in Rocket's more expensive machines, but fits them all into a compact form factor suited for apartment-sized kitchens. Let's not mince words, this is still a very large machine, but in the world of E61 heat exchangers, this is about as small as they come. Rocket is somewhat known for its styling, and this machine is certainly no exception. The steam and hot water knobs carry the signature Rocket branding, as well as front and back faceplates. But it's not until you turn this machine to the side that it really steps away from the status quo. 12 circular cutouts from the stainless steel side reveal an interchangeable plate beneath that is offered in several different colorways. This is a nice bit of added design to an otherwise classic looking machine. A 2¼ liter non-plumbable water reservoir is located at the back of the machine and feeds into a 1.8 liter copper boiler. The machine also has a sensor that will indicate if the water level is too low and pause the functionality to avoid causing damage to the heating elements. The boiler design is typical heat exchanger with a famous E61 group head. There is no PID, no pre-programmable modes, and no automatic steaming. It is just a straightforward and well-executed heat exchanger. Something that I often feel reviewers fail to properly represent is the user experience of owning a machine like this. Everything feels and sounds industrial, from flipping on the power, the pinging and tinging sounds of a large metal boiler as it heats up, the heft of the solid metal 58mm portafilters, the satisfying tactile feel of using a lever to initiate brewing instead of a button, and large variable knobs for steaming, even the sound that an E61 group makes while cycling hot water, or the fact that these groups stay hot to the touch for hours after turning off the machine. All of these things combine to create an ownership experience that is completely different than an entry-level machine from companies like Breville. To that end, let's quickly pull a shot of espresso using the Appartamento. So, we've determined that this machine has an appealing form factor and some killer good looks, but how does it perform? If you're considering upgrading from a consumer machine such as the Breville, The improved steaming pressure is one of the first things you'll notice, and it's not a small step up, it's a leap. Just watch and listen to the differences as we steam this pitcher of water up to 60 degrees Celsius. Another added benefit to Rocket machines is that they use no burn steam wands, which stay cooler during steaming thanks to a dual-walled design. This is an advantage safety-wise, but the biggest advantage is that milk does not aggressively stick to the wand if not immediately wiped away, even though you should. I cannot explain how nice this feature is to have. And of course, being a heat exchanger machine, you have the ability to both steam and brew at the same time. These three advantages result in you being able to pump out lattes like it's nobody's business for large groups, or even if you just make 2 drinks back to back each morning for you and your partner. Okay, so the steaming performance is a big step up from more consumer-focused machines, but what about the espresso experience itself? Having used the Breville Barista Express for the better part of 3 years, here's what I noticed when I switched over. The number one thing for me has been consistency. I know that if I dose, grind, and tamp the exact same way, the resulting shot of espresso will be exactly the same every time. With the Barista Express, I got pretty darn good at making coffee, but I never really got the feeling of being perfectly dialed in. With the Appartamento, I can make tiny adjustments to grind size, taste the difference, and know that if I like it, the next 100 shots will be exactly the same. I'm not sure if this has to do with having a stronger pump, the temperature stability of the E61 group head, or just a combination of all these higher quality parts, but consistency is the main takeaway I want to give you over a lower end appliance level unit. Observation number 2 is the depth and evenness of flavor. Once dialed in, I can produce a shot with this machine that contains less unpleasantly sour notes, while simultaneously giving me less harsh and bitter notes. The flavors seem to be more dominantly straight up the middle, and less so a mixed bag of under-extracted, properly extracted, and over-extracted, like I sometimes saw from the Breville. Again, pinpointing exactly which components allow for this is difficult, but a better water dispersion routing, better shower screen, better pump, and the heavy E61 group and portafilter all contribute to an overall more consistent and polished shot of espresso. Now, no machine is without fault, and there are certainly a couple things that bother me about this machine. The clearance between the spouts and drip tray is one of them. Measuring in at only 3.5 inches, this machine is really only designed to extract into a shot glass. If you're an Americano or long black drinker like myself, you'll need to find a shorter mug, or simply pull into a shot glass and then transfer into your hot water. I also found myself emptying the drip tray more than I was used to, due to the added cooling flushes and solenoid outlet constantly pouring water into it. Of course, you can avoid this by running your cooling flushes into another glass instead of straight into the drip tray. But in general, I found that using a machine like this just ended up going through more water per drink, and therefore meant I was filling the water reservoir and emptying the drip tray more often. So, who should buy the Appartamento? If you were like me, and you feel like you've maxed out the capabilities of your existing espresso machine, this is a great unit to transition you into the world of prosumer machines. It will offer you the ability to further push your espresso quality while also offering drastically better steaming performance and the ability to steam and pull shots at the same time. Does this mean that you should avoid having this as your first espresso machine? No, as long as you are understanding that just because it is shiny and more expensive, it does not mean that it automatically makes better espresso or makes it easier to pull espresso. One thing that all espresso machines have in common is that you need to learn the basics of pulling shots and dialing in before you can expect anything even remotely drinkable out of them. The Rocket Appartamento is a handsome looking heat exchanger with a great compact footprint, great performance, and a reasonable price point. If you've enjoyed this video and are looking to improve your internet browsing security, use the link in the description below to learn about our affiliate brand for this video, NordVPN. Using a VPN service not only protects your computer and personal data from harm while browsing the web, but also gives you access to content that is exclusively available in other regions by allowing you to seamlessly switch between hundreds of servers worldwide. Use the link in the description below to get a discount on your VPN membership and to support this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.